guys, welcome back to my channel. Until now, we have learned about the basic database concepts and the DDL commands, as well as we have known about the basic data types and operators in SQL, right? We are done with our data definition language commands, and now today we shall start with DML commands, okay? DML commands, okay? It stands for Data Manipulation Language Commands, okay? As the word itself suggests manipulation, the DML commands are the set of commands used to modify or manipulate the data records within the database object, okay? I repeat, the set of commands used to modify or manipulate the data records within a database object like a particular table or a view, okay? Now, the difference between the DDL and DML commands is that by using DDL commands, we can create a database or any database object and we can modify the structure of the database, not the data records within it, right? So, by using the DML commands, we can modify the records, the values of rows or any particular column within that particular database object like a table, okay? So, this is the definition of DML commands. Now, we have mainly three DML commands: insert, update and delete, okay? Let us get into each command clearly with examples. Starting with the insert command. The insert command is used to insert the data into a database object, okay? For example, if you have a table structure which have two columns, serial number and student name. Without the values within for those serial number and student name columns, the table is meaningless, right? The main use of database is to store the data within a table or any view or something. The main objective is to store the data within a particular database at a particular place, right? So, the insert command is used to insert the data which we want into our particular tables, okay? So, now let us see the syntax and implementation of our insert command, okay? Now getting into the syntax of the insert command, we first have the basic syntax. First we use the insert keyword followed by into and then followed by our table name which is of your choice and then followed by the keyword values. After that we give our values within the parentheses, okay? We have firstly remember that the values must be in order with the column names of our table, okay? For example, you have first column to be serial number and second columns to be student name. Then you cannot give value 1 to be under the student name and value 2 to be under the serial number, okay? First value should be under the serial number and second should be under the student name, okay? The values must be in corresponding with the order of the column names of a particular table, okay? And the second syntax is that insert into table name followed by columns and then followed by values keyword with the corresponding values, okay? Here this syntax can be used when you don't want to fill some particular columns, okay? You can use your columns and then give corresponding values for that columns, okay? Let us use the student table for implementing our insert command, okay? So, firstly, in the student table we have two columns, namely ID and name, right? So, now let us add another two columns to make it a bit interesting. So, we already know how to add columns to a table using the alter command, right? Until now, you must be thorough with it. So, let us quickly add two more columns. Alter table, student, followed by the column name, age of data type. Now, let us execute this particular query. We have got some error. Check the manual. Sorry, I have forgotten to add keyword, right? So now let's execute this query. Yeah. Now the column age has been added to our table student, right? Now let us add one more column, alter table student, followed by the add keyword, followed by the column name. Let us say course of data type. Let us have varchar of maximum length. Let us say 30. Okay. Now let us execute this particular query. Yeah. Now let us see if these two columns have been added to a table or not. Okay. Yeah, we have four columns here. The first one is ID of data type int, which is a primary key, and then name of data type varchar, and age int, and finally the last column is course of data type varchar, right? So just remember the order of a columns: ID, name, age, and course. As during the insert command, we have to follow this particular order, right? Okay. So now let us use the insert command. Let us clear this. Yeah. Let us use the insert command. Insert followed by the keyword into and followed by the table name, which is followed by the keyword values, and the first column is ID, right? So let us give the value 2, and the second column is name, right? So let us have some name. Let us give some value. Yeah. Now the third column is age. Let us say some 23, and the last one is the course, right? Yeah. Now let us execute this particular query. We have got some error. Sorry, I think the row 2 is already there in a particular table student. Okay. So now let's execute this. Yeah, our query has been executed now. Let us see if this particular column is added to a table student or not. Okay. Select from student. Okay. Now let's execute this. Yeah, we have three columns here. 1, John, 2, sorry, I have executed. Yeah, the third column has been added. 3, name Michael, and age 23, and course. Okay, so this is how you execute the insert command. And we have another syntax, right? We give the column names as well as the values. Let us use that particular syntax also. Insert into followed by the column name student, and then within the parenthesis we give the columns. Let us first give name, and then ID, and then course, and then age. Okay, and now followed by the keyword values. Now let us first give the value of name. Okay, as here we have first mentioned the column name, right? So let us have a name. I'm not getting any name. So let us say some Pfizer. And then followed by ID followed by the course and then age. Okay, now let's execute this particular query. Yeah, our column, our row has been added, right? Now let us see that. Yeah, we have the fourth row added to a table. For name, age and course, right? So this is how you use the two syntax. In the first one, we use the values keyword and directly give the values. And in the second one, we give the columns and then add values in this particular order, okay? While using the first syntax, you use the order of your particular table, okay? And while using the second one, you use the order given by you, okay? So this is how you use the insert command. Now let us get into the update command. The use of the update command is that we can add values to a particular column, or we can change the values of a particular column which are pre-added, okay? So we use the syntax for update command is that firstly we use the update keyword followed by the table name and then the set keyword followed by a column name and which is followed by the equals to operator, and then we give the value to that particular column followed by the where keyword, and then we give a condition to which record that value of a particular column has to be added, okay? So this is how use the update command, okay? So now let us implement in our SQL, okay? Before implementing the update command, let us first see how a table student is looking like, okay? Yeah. Yeah, we have four rows here, but the values for age and course for the first two rows are empty, right? So to that particular columns for this particular rows, okay, using the update command. So I'm using the update keyword followed by the table name. We have student here, table name student, and then we use the set keyword followed by the column name. We have age. We want to add age to our row which has the serial number 1, right? Sorry, not the serial number, ID, right? So set age is equals to, let us say, some 19, comma, course is equals to, let us say, SQL, followed by the where keyword and then the condition, right? Where ID is equals to 1. Okay. Now let us execute this particular query. Yeah, our table has been updated. Let us see that if that is looking into in a table student or not. Okay. Yeah, we have the first row which is of ID 1, name, and we have added the age 19 and course name SQL, right? So this is how you implement the update command. Now let us see if we can change this. Here we have the age to be 23. Let us see if we can change this or not. Okay. Yeah. Update table name. Sorry. followed by the set keyword, age is equals to, let us say some 40, where id is equals to 3. Okay. Now let us execute this particular query. Yeah, our update statement has been executed. Now let us see if this is reflecting in a table or not. Yeah, we have our age changed to 40 here, right? We have changed our age to 40, which is being reflected in our table. Okay, this is how you add values to columns, or you change value of that particular column of a particular record in your table using the update statement. Okay, so you have understood, right? If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. So remember that you can change the value of a single column, or you can change the values of multiple columns. The only difference is that while changing the values of multiple columns, you use the comma operator. Okay. So this is how you use the update command. Now let us get into the next command, delete. Okay. Getting into the delete command. The delete command is used to remove a particular record from your table. Okay. Remember that we have discussed about the drop command while discussing the Ddl commands. Both are entirely different. The drop command is used to remove the particular table or a database from your system. Okay, it removes the complete object or database. But while using the delete command, it removes only a particular record taking the condition given by you. It may be a single record or multiple records. It removes all the records which matches the condition given by you. So now let us execute the delete command with our SQL. Okay. Now let us delete a record from a table student. Okay. Firstly, let us see a table. Before deletion, select star from table student, right? Yeah. Now let's execute this particular statement. Yeah, we have 4 columns here. First, 2, 3 and 4. Let us delete this particular record where id is equals to name. Okay, you can use id or name or age, any particular record that you want to delete. Okay, and if that particular condition matches for 2 records, the both the records will be deleted. Okay, not only 2, 3, 4 or any number of records. If that particular condition is matched, then all that records will be deleted from your table. Okay, now let's execute the statement. Sorry, let us use the delete command. Say delete followed by the keyword from, and then your student name, your table name. Delete from student where id is equals to 3. Okay, now let's execute this particular query. Yeah, our query has been executed. Now let us see if that is being reflected in our table or not. Okay, select star from student. Yeah, we have only 3 rows now, 1, 2 and 4. We do not have any particular row where id is equals to 3, right? So this is how you execute the delete command. Okay, so we are done with the DML commands, data manipulation language commands. Okay, so this is how we have discussed about 3 commands: insert, update and delete. If you are not clear with these three commands, let me know in the comment section. I'll get it clear. Okay. So now let us end this session with a good note. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. If you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Easy Coding. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.